This is the Zero to Hero series. We've put aside our completely stacked account and we're exchanging it for a free-to-play account. We're starting from nothing in the hopes to finally hit God rank. If you're a new player, this series is going to teach you everything. Team building, crystal management, equip farming. Pay attention. This is going to be a journey. Okay, so before we get into things, this is future me telling you chance time is coming to an end. So if you haven't picked your lottery balls, do it now, because tomorrow they're going to be revealing everything on a separate video. Usually they do it on reveals and stuff, but they've gone a different way about it. If you have no clue what to pick, if you look in the description, there will be a timestamp to kind of give you an idea of how I pick my balls. I've always won something. I've never won the grand prize, but I always walk away with something. So if you haven't got a clue, you can go ahead and copy that. Lastly, if you need your Shenron scans, join the Discord. Link will be down in the description. There's people getting their scans done all the time. If you collect all the Dragon Balls, you get to pick a reward. And for the most part, people are picking Crystal. But then again, you can pick whatever you want. Let's head into the video. Welcome back to the channel. 23 here, and we are back. Today is day 24. Now, Legends has gone ahead and introduced quite a few new changes. We've received a new special character. I'll be honest, the special character did spin me. I was thinking anything but what we got, but we did go ahead and get BULMA. Now apparently BULMA's pretty good. Wait, are we actually gonna get first place prize for the first time ever? Oh my days. Finally. What is it? Z power. I actually need that. That's really good. If you know, in the past I just get absolutely destroyed by this wheel. Like, it doesn't like me. But finally we have picked up, I think that's our first place prize. So do I use it now or do I hold on to it? We hold on to it. I think we'll use it at some point. But yeah, as I was saying, we did go ahead and get BULMA. I haven't grinded it yet. I'm going to take a look at her now. Vegito Blue also got a plat equip. Now, if you are on a free-to-play account, I'd probably suggest that you do not go ahead and grind that Vegito Blue plat. I don't care how many stars your Vegito Blue is, or if he's Zenkai'd, it's honestly not worth it. Vegito Blue with that plat equip is still kind of unusable. Obviously it makes him better. We're not going to deny it doesn't make him better, but I feel like he's still unusable. And the investment that you've got to make just to get that equip maxed out is crazy. I think on my other account I've invested well over 2,000 energy and tickets. Let's not even get into the removers. Stay away from it. But looking at the banners that are currently out, Gohan is here. I don't want to say this changes everything, but honestly it might make a few differences. So I do want to get Vegito. I really want to get Vegito, the Legends Limited one. Gohan is here, and Gohan is still very, very strong. The fact that Gohan's gone ahead and survived the Ultra Golden Frieza meta is kind of crazy, and it's starting to worry me that nothing is going to stop this unit. Now, crystal wise, I don't know if it's going to be the best bet to go for this Gohan, although I do really want him. I really want him. But yeah, Gohan is still a very good unit, and right now it doesn't look like anyone is stopping him. I was pushing for God rank on my other account just so I can kind of see what I'm gonna need to get to God rank on this account. Everyone is running Gohan. In 90% of your matches, you are playing Gohan. Not to say that there isn't other viable teams outside of Gohan, but if you want to have your easiest bet of even getting a taste of God rank, Gohan is him. Now, will I be summoning for him? I don't know. We don't know what's coming up for part 2. It is looking like God Key though, but we'll see. So let's take a little scroll. Gohan is back. Vegito is back. Do not summon. Gogeta is back. Our first summonable Ultra. Don't summon, obviously. That should be quite simple. There's Sales, which we will not be using. And there is BULMA. Now, BULMA was announced as our special new unit that was coming. And honestly, everyone thought this was going to be something like super hype and super cool. We weren't expecting BULMA. But here she is. BULMA is here. Now, I haven't tried her. I haven't seen anything about her. I don't know if she's good. But we are going to go ahead and pick her up and start grinding her, because free-to-play units are always a great addition to your account. You can just go ahead 14-star them. You're going to have more stats than maybe the unit that you pulled at 3 stars and stuff like that. There is a new raid. Make sure you're completing all of your raids. When you play a raid, you will get an honors medal. That medal is going to count towards the mission. That's going to give you 600 multi-Z power. So don't miss out on that. And that's Legends Limited multi-Z power. So stay on top. Extreme Battle is going to be giving us access to a Legends Limited guaranteed summon ticket. I think I've already summoned on that. I think I've used that already. There's opportunities here to pick up some energy and skip tickets. Ultimate equipment collections updated. So if you go and take a look, there will be Vegito's plat. Honestly, if you've got a stacked account and you've got the resources, go ahead, get it. But the equip isn't significant enough to make Vegito usable. There's just better options. The plat is good, but it's not it. I don't think it's worth the resources that you're exchanging for. That's just me though. So that's what we've got going on in the news. As you can see, I am still kind of broke. We did go in for Super Vegito last video. Sadly, we didn't pull him. I will pull him though. I'm not letting up. I will pull him. I have done a bit of story, but it's not too much. We can go ahead and pick up what we've got. It's likely that we will have enough crystal to summon for the next video. We're still collecting tickets for the 100 unit multi. Hopefully I don't miss out on that. I need to actually start cracking down on the more specific tasks where we've got KO units. We got chance time. I will go ahead and pick my lottery balls. We actually need to go ahead and pick up a free item from the shop, and then we'll have one more, and then the last 2 is just logins, and we've got 3 days left, so we just need to log in 2 more times. Actually, after today, that will complete 1, and then I will have 1 more daily to complete, so we'll have access to all of that. I will go ahead and pick up my free item real quick after I collect my rewards. We've also got Hoi Poi. Hoi Poi is nice. I'm not sure if it's giving out some crystal, but usually it does. We can take a look at that. I need to finish off the missions for Broly because there's crystal there. And Zamasu is also here. Sadly, I don't have him. Zamasu is a pretty good unit as well. So if you do have access to Zenkai, go ahead and grind that. Even if you don't, do the challenge missions so you can go ahead and pick up the crystal for it. It's a W either way. So before we go ahead and take a look at BULMA, I'm gonna go and spam my tickets. I think I've got a load of tickets just sitting around somewhere. We do. Now you probably would have already used yours. I just kind of kept mine around. So we'll just kick it off with this. This one isn't the sparking guaranteed, and this one is. So we'll start with this one. Okay, let's hit the first multi. Now I don't really expect much from these, and if the animation isn't anything too interesting to look at, we're gonna skip. Just like this. Few EXs, we do pick up a new unit. New units are always a great pickup because you can go ahead, soul boost them, get some crystal back. We'll just try and burn through these real quick. Green skies once again. You do pick up Krillin there. Okay. Red skies, 3 pods with Cheetah. Beerus. The Beerus is actually good. I'm interested to see how he'll perform once he gets to Zenkai. Although he is one of the newer units. But I still think he's a pretty good unit. He's one of the only units that can nullify revival. But yeah, as we go through this, we can have a quick little discussion about part 2. So as far as I know, I think part 2 should be kicking off in like a week and a few days, maybe 2 weeks. I haven't got like the confirmed date, but based on what Legends has been giving us, we've been seeing a lot of future units and God Key units receive all kinds of love. Zamasu got his Zenkai, the corrupted Zamasu. He is God Key. He is future. We've also seen VB get his Plat, God Key, future. Now, another thing that I did notice, I think the battle bonus units for the raid, I think they're God Key units. We'll actually take a look at that after, or it might be one of the other missions, but it's looking like God Key. So the reason I'm pointing more towards God Key is because the units that they are kind of giving these buffs to, they aren't directly buffing future. From what I can remember, they're not future buffers. Now, one good thing about future is a lot of them have the God Key tag. Is really just the Trunkses that... Oh, pick up a new unit here. Topo. It's really just the Trunkses and the Mai's that aren't on God Key. So a lot of them are God Key units like Super Saiyan Blues and your Zamasus, your Roses. So it's looking like God Key. And honestly, I would have thought so prior to all of these buffs, because I was expecting a God Goku. I'm surprised they didn't give us a God Goku for part 1. But I was expecting a God Goku. And he needs it. He needs a unit. As we pick up Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. This unit used to be an amazing support. Pick up Basil there as well. See, as I was saying, I was expecting a God Goku. His representation in this game is so poor. Like, they haven't even gone ahead and Zenkai any of his units. So we could see some God Key action. What it is exactly, I don't know. Maybe it's like a God Key future hybrid type thing. No clue. But we should be getting more leaks as time goes on. Let's go ahead and pick up these tickets. Now, these tickets guarantee you a sparking unit in every single. So we should receive 10 sparkings here. I will skip. Pick up Gohan. That is a new unit for me. I'm kind of just fishing for the new units at this point. Oh, got some Zamasu there. And it's crazy, we're actually starting to pick up a lot more dupes. So some of these units are now becoming available for Zenkai. Okay, we got 2 more. Let's see who it is. Gohan. Turles. Okay. 2 new units there. Another copy of Beerus there as well, which is quite nice. So now we're getting access to a lot more units' second Z ability. At 6 stars, you go ahead and pick up their second Z ability, and then at 14, you pick up their third. So they're becoming more viable to be bench units. Okay, we'll pop the last one. I'll save those last 3 tickets for if we can kind of do a consecutive. I won't do like 7 singles. Okay, we pick up Bergamo. We pick up Kefla. There's also Demonkin Piccolo in there. Okay, that's pretty good. And Tien once again. I think we pulled him twice in the last video, from what I can remember. Okay, so I think that was a success. Obviously with those tickets you're not going to pull one of the new featured units, but it's a lot of value for accounts that are missing all the units, because I mean look at that, Sparkins in all of the multis, great value. So if we go ahead and head into events, I think it's about time we pick up this super special unit. Now I'm still kind of going in blind. I haven't watched any videos about this unit. She did drop yesterday, so I have no clue how good she is. Let's see. Okay, so first things first, there isn't any like special requirements in terms of completing the missions to unlock her, which is nice. So it means we can just head in and just play without having to figure out how to complete the challenges. I think we just auto through this. So if you go ahead and complete that mission once, you will get access to her. Now I will say, I actually do really like her art. I think the art's nice. That, I'll give him that, but I need to read the kit. I actually have no clue what she does. Okay, so after completing that, it seems like we've unlocked 4 new missions. So I'm actually going to go ahead and complete these. You can only deploy DB characters. I don't know how many DB characters we've got. You know what? We might as well throw a DB team together just so we can get through all of this. I'll train her as well. I might have to train all my DB characters. Okay, we've got a few. We've got options here. So this is the DB team that I've put together. I've literally just filtered by DB and thrown whoever gives buffs on the same team. To be fair, I'm only going to go in with 3 of them because I don't want to invest all my gold bells into units I'll probably never use, although we are aiming to eventually level 5,000 everyone, but I'm kind of running out of gold bells, so I need to make sure they're at least there when we pull a new unit that we want to use straight away. Okay, so this is BULMA. She is a range type. She's color blue. Let's take a look at her Z ability. She's providing blast attack to tag DB. If we go ahead and hit display maximum stats, we can actually see what her stats cap out at. So at max, at 14 stars, she'll be providing 33% to tag event exclusive or character Goku. So this is kind of new. I think usually when characters provide buffs for other characters, and I'll use Mai as an example, it's usually in their kit, not the Z ability. So that's quite interesting. So really you want to throw this on a team with Goku. But she's also providing blast defense. So it's blast attack and defense. And that's 33%. So straight away looking at her stats, they're actually not too bad for a free-to-play unit. 280 on blast. The strike is pretty low though. And the defense is meh. But you know, it's a free-to-play unit. So let's start off with her main ability. Actually, before we even get to main ability, let's start off with the arts card. Has she got any special arts cards? So she's got pierce damage on strike and blast. I don't think that does anything particular. That's too crazy. I'm not too sure about pierce damage. It's not something that you see too often. So her blue card, rocket launcher, deals major explode damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. So she will draw a blast arts. She'll get 30% special move damage for the next 3 counts. So she gets like 30% damage once she hits the blue. The following effects also occur if this character has used a blast arts card 3 or more times. So she'll restore her own vanishing gauge by 50%. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 50% to blast damage received. So you really want to be running her on a blast based team just to really get the advantage of the blast attack. Her green card, it does look like this is a time stop. She'll draw a blast arts card, restore her own key by 50, plus 10 to blast damage inflicted for 10 counts, and then plus 50% to next blast arts damage. Okay, so she's just pretty much just getting extra damage on her blast card, the greens. Also applies the following effects to self based on the number of times blast arts cards are used by this character. So you really want to be using blast with her. That's where she's getting the buffs from. So she used 3 blast cards and then you pop the green. I'm assuming this is throughout the fight. She'll get 20% to blast damage inflicted for 10 counts. 5 or more times. She'll nullify enemies' special actions to activate. So she'll get cover null for 10 counts if she's used 5 blast cards. And then 10, it'll increase her arts card draw speed. That's pretty nice. Now, I'm kind of hoping she's going to have draw speed in her kit. Just naturally. Or when she comes in the fight. Because then that way she'll actually be able to get through and use all those blast cards. But we will take a look at that. But from what I'm seeing, this is pretty good. Now, this is assuming that this doesn't reset when she switches out. Because I don't know how you'd get to use that many cards before you can, go ahead and pop the green. So as long as that doesn't reset, that's quite nice. So main ability, randomly destroys 2 of your own cards and draws a blast and special arts cards. Should be getting a blast and a blue on main. She'll restore her own health by 20% and keep by 50. Cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, which is, that's always good. Applies the buff effects, nullify enemy special actions, so you will get cover null just by popping the main ability. And she's got some support for allies. She's giving them 10%. And she can get that in 20 counts. Okay, not too bad. This is the main bulk of her kit here. She's got the unique ability Self-Centered Young Lady. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 80% to damage inflicted. Cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 70%. Cannot be cancelled. So she does get draw speed here. So it says increases arts card draw speed by 1. And this is just when the battle starts. So that's good. That's going to work quite well with the green card. So that way you'll actually be able to get those blast cards off before you pop the green and get those extra buffs. So that works. That's nice. And then she's also getting 60% to key recovery, which is kind of just alright. It's nice. Key recovery is good, to be fair. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. So when you switch into her, or if you start to fight with her, she'll draw a blast arts card next, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, minus 5 to own blast arts costs for 15 counts, and she'll shorten allies substitution count by 1. Activates twice. So that's 1. I feel like they could have done a bit. I feel like they could have done a bit better with 1, but 1's alright, I guess. She'll switch in, and basically your characters on the bench are gonna have a short sub count, so they'll come back in 9 seconds instead of 10, which is fair enough. Maybe she'll reduce that elsewhere, but we'll take a look. Applies the following effects to allied character Goku or Tag DB when this character is switched to standby. So this is where the support really comes in, and I don't know if this is a loophole or if it works. If you're running this unit with one of the new fusions, does that count as Goku? I don't know. Maybe it needs to be tested, but if it does, there could be a lot of synergy here. But she's restoring health by 10%, plus 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, plus 50% to key recovery for 15 timer counts. That's nice. Like, if you're constantly switching out and getting those health buffs and the damage buffs, and it can't be cancelled. I don't know if it can be stacked though, but usually when it can't be stacked, it tells you that. So I think every time you're switching out, you're going to give Goku an extra 30%. Now that can really ramp up, especially if she's reducing sub count. Huge potential there. Applies the following effects to allied characters Goku or Tag DB when this character is defeated. So she's also got death buffs. 30% of damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and she's giving an extra 50% key recovery. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. That's good support. This is what you expect from a support unit. So looking at our next unique, it's Stunning Gal. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a Blast Arts card. She draws a Blast Arts card next, activates once. So when you use a blast, you'll get another one. Activation count resets after character switches. Okay, so every time you initiate with a blast card or use your first blast card after she switched out, you're getting away with 2. Now that also contributes to that green card because you really want to get off those blast cards before you use the green card. That way you can get access to, if you do it right, you should be able to get like double card draw speed. You're getting a ton of damage buffs and stuff. She'll also restore health by 3% and key by 5, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted. Cannot be cancelled. Activates 5 times. Damn, she's getting a lot of blast damage. Applies to buff effects, nullifies enemies, destroy cards. So that's pretty good actually. So she won't have her cards destroyed when she's comboing like that. And oh, that'll activate once. Fair enough. Activation counts reset after character switch. Okay, so if you switch out, you'll get it back. No, that's pretty good. We've also got applies the following effects to enemy when this character lands a blast hit. So she's sealing cards. She'll seal 1 card slot randomly, up to 1 slot simultaneously. Okay, so as you're using blasts, once it runs out, you'll be able to pretty much seal another one. The sealed card slot cannot be used for 10 counts. Inflicts attribute downgrade plus 10% to blast damage received. Cancels buff effects. Activates once. Activation counts reset after she switches out. She's getting a lot of these buffs back when she switches out. She'll also apply the following effects herself when enemy performs a cover change while this character is on the battlefield. Draw a Blast Arts card next. Okay, so she's super ranged. A load of blast cards. A lot of blast damage. That's interesting. I mean, I could try her, although my team is strike based. There's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to make a blast based version of the team. Vegito can work on a blast based team. Goku Bardock can work on a blast based team. It's worth looking into, but we will go ahead and try it today. Now she is level 5000. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish off the rest of the events, and then I'll get back with you guys. The only other worry I've got is that I'm probably not gonna have any equips for her, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're back. So we have gone ahead and finished all the missions with BULMA, excluding one, but that mission isn't actually dropping Z power, so I'm not really prioritizing it right now. I also am missing a little bit of Z power from some of the missions where you can see the stars are silver, because you actually have to play them twice. You need to go ahead and complete it with Goku. So I'd have to go back and complete it with Goku. But we have got it to 7 stars. And we've literally just thrown her in the leader slot of our team. So before we head into the PvP game, I'm actually going to go ahead and exchange my chance time tickets for a chance ball. Well, my chance balls. So there is one more chance ball to collect. You will get the pick of 10. I don't know, there are some prize tickets. Okay, so there is actually, if you complete all the missions, they will give you some prize tickets off the bat. With these chance balls, I'm assuming whatever prize you win, if you get your ball picked during the next reveals and stuff, you will be able to exchange it for some prize tickets and go ahead and pick up what you can. Grand prize is 1,000 Legends limited Z power. That is a lot. And there's usually only one grand prize. I'm assuming second place prize might be 10 tickets. I don't know. This is a bit of a different setup. Before, you would literally go ahead and exchange your ball for the reward, but it looks like they've kind of changed it. You'll probably exchange the ball for tickets and then decide what you want to get from there. So what balls am I going to pick? What balls should you be picking? What is the best way to get reward. If I'm going to be completely and totally honest with you, it is random. It is literally the lottery. Like, it is so random. But what I will say, every single time I have won at least something. I've never just not had a single ball pick. I don't remember how many balls they're going to call out, but I'm going to go for the method that's worked for me every single time. I pick my lucky number, which is 23, and then I go from 1 down to whatever, how many tickets we got left. So that's just what I do. You can go ahead and pick whatever the hell you want. If you want, you can copy me. You will probably win something if you copy me. I'm not promising no grand prize. I've never won a grand prize. But if you do this, you probably win something. Alternatively, you can go all the way from the bottom, then go up the amount of tickets you have left. But I'd buy that one, which is my lucky number 23. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can get 7 more for now. But then there is one more that I just need to log in to the game. We'll get my daily bonus one more time. And there you go. That's how I'm going to do it. Now there is one more ball to get. If you've got it, go ahead. Pick what you want. I'll have to go pick up that last ball tomorrow. Outside of that, we have literally just thrown BULMA in the leader slot. I want to see what she can do. I don't know if she's going to actually provide those buffs for Goku Bardock, because it's Goku Bardock, right? Surely that counts as a Goku. And I also don't know if it counts for Gogeta. So I guess we're going to find out. I don't even know how to be able to find out. But we will head into a game of PvP. Let's give this BULMA a shot. Okay, so head into our match. We have got a Vegito and Gogeta set up. Boy, do I want that copy of Vegeta, man. I don't think he'll bring Super Vegeta, although it could possibly be kind of beneficial for my Gogeta. We're running 2 blues, so we will lead with Goku Bardock. Okay, I didn't even notice he's Supreme Kai just chilling out there. You're gonna DC. Can we not do this? He's DC. Okay, I guess we'll head into another game. Or should we just use this as an opportunity to see her damage? It is a bot though. You know what? We'll just use it as an opportunity to see her damage. Does this kill? Oh my god, nearly. Gonna attack me. There we go. You know what? Her damage ain't too bad. But to be fair, I'm not really running her on the most optimal setup. And she's really there for the support. I really need that Vegeta now. I feel like it just completes the team. Then again, we also need to see what's coming out for part 2. Okay, that kind of caught me off guard. Jeez. Go ahead and transform here. God damn it. And I guess we left the bot. So BULMA is looking... He destroyed my card. Okay, thanks. Yeah, BULMA is looking quite interesting. We're going to see how she performs at higher stars. But there's a special unit. If you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe. Once again, I do stream on Twitch. Link will be down in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.